First time I ever played Engineer, I used that. Generic intro, theduckgoesmoo. We're back with some more weapon stereotypes by Soundsmith. Today we have the Engineer, which is episode 7. If you want to check out episode 6, which was the Heavy, I'll leave that video right up there. Also, a link down below in the description. Also, be a playlist on my channel with all the other Team Fortress 2 videos. I literally, before this, reacted to Zero to Hero, which that came out on Friday. And yesterday on the gaming channel should have been an episode of Wheel of TF2, which is a little like series that I created with a wheel that selects what characters I play, and I have a challenge that I have to do. And if I don't complete the challenge, I'll like give away a key or something for a case. It's something like that. So you can check that out if you're interested in that. Check that out on the gaming channel. That'll probably be linked up there. So we're learning about the Engineer today. Last week we learned a lot about the Heavy. And the Engineer is one of my least played characters because it's just a very, very complex class. There's a whole lot you have to manage as Engineer, so it's not a class that I have played a lot of. So a lot of these weapons I've never played. The first time I played Engineer, actually I used a Pomsum, which was apparently the worst one. I just thought it looked cool, so I just used it, and everybody's like, don't do that. No wonder why you struggled. So, and then I started using the stock weapons after that video because it was bad. It was bad, okay? But shout out to the patrons down below. They get the videos a day early and allow me to not have a paywall on the channel. And if you want to find any of my TF2 videos, you can just search theduckgoesmoo and then whatever that is. Also, I'm back to theduckgoesmoo, no longer theduckgoes2. I was theduckgoesmoo before, had a channel, YouTube deleted it May 1st, and now I was theduckgoes2, which was my second channel, and on the 1 year anniversary I changed it back to theduckgoesmoo. So make sure to subscribe as we rebuild the channel. Leave some comments down below because I love reading them. But let's not make this intro longer than it needs to be, and let's jump on into the video. Love me some Soundsmith. Make sure to subscribe, by the way.
Weird spot. Is he a support class? Is he a defense class? Is he both?
Is he in pack?
Yeah, probably both. So this guy probably has the biggest range of people who play him.
I mean,
you can
Uncle
see
Dane.
people ranging from an amazing and helpful team player to a completely clueless Gibbous Vision building on last to a griefer who's just set out to ruin everybody's fun. So how do you tell the difference between them?
You could just watch how they act in game and then draw your own conclusions based off
Yep.
of that, like any
Or
normal person.
Nah,
judge the weapons
obviously
or
you
hats.
judge them based off the stereotypes that their weapons and hats have. Duh.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, really though, stereotypes don't apply to everyone. They're exaggerated. That's the nature of a stereotype. So
How do the train
don't,
tracks work?
like, go and apply that to somebody in
There's
an
no
actual
space.
game. That's really dumb. Don't do that. Okay?
Oh boy, weapon stereotypes. The Engineer. Shotgun.
This guy is a strong, independent engineer who don't need to rely on no gimmicks to be good at what he does. He doesn't need crits or some fancy
He only has 20
schmancy
health,
ammo
though.
return mechanic. He doesn't need a healing bolt or a laser bolt or any kind of weird future-y shit. You just need a good old-fashioned shotgun and some faces to shoot it at. In all
Wow.
seriousness, you'll probably see this run by offensive Engies, usually with the Jag or the Gunslinger, since the Rescue Ranger's kind of seen as the go-to for a defensive playstyle. That said, these Engies will usually play more passively than those using other primaries, but we're going to talk about that in a
Mini-Century,
second.
huh? Frontier Justice.
There are
I've used this
of
thing.
types of Frontier Justice engineers. The first
that a
one
ray
I like
gun?
to call the
What?
Bipolar Turtle. At first, he plays like, well, basically every Engie on a Capture the Flag map. You set up a level 3 in the intel room or on last or whatever. It depends on what game mode you're in. And you rack up kills from that one scout who just runs straight
Why
into
is
your
it
sentry
underwater?
over and over,
What?
and he continues to do so like he's expecting something to change. Then when your sentry gets sapped or destroyed or whatever, you take your 50 billion crits and go full rage mode, relentlessly hunting down whoever it is that destroyed your sentry. These guys are usually newer players, and they'll often overextend trying to kill the guy that blew their shit up. They're not too hard to deal with,
That's-
honestly, because they kind of broadcast
He's
the
coming
fact that they have crits
wow,
and
that
running
range?
you across an open area, so I don't know. The
Nice
next kind of
headshot.
Frontier Justice NG we're going to call the Fisherman, a master of baits. He's always the one who puts his sentries in just the dumbest spots. When you're playing with these guys, there's
What?
always going to be just a random level 3 somewhere that has no business being there. It's a terrible sentry spot, and the NG isn't even by his
But it
sentry,
works.
and now that you know where it is, it's super easy to destroy it. But when you go back
And
to
then once you
destroy the
destroy it, he
sentry,
gets the crits.
surprise, the NG's
Yep.
there, and he has 2 crits stored from when his sentry got you earlier. These
Yep.
guys are usually pretty good at hiding the fact that they have crits stored
pretty
up,
smart.
since their entire playstyle revolves around baiting people into following them without knowing that they have crits. They're not usually very effective, but they're annoying as hell. And the last type
Oh,
of
they're
Frontier
not? That's not
Justice
effective?
NG is this guy. Yeah, I don't
What
even
is
have
that
to
guy?
give this guy a fancy name, do I? You know exactly who I'm talking about. This
No,
is
I
the guy
don't.
who
I don't know who you're
deliberately
talking
go out
about.
of his way to piss everyone off, including his teammates. His teleporter's almost always in weird spots that are designed to get
Off
you
the map.
killed, and he almost always runs mini sentries. Not because
So
they're
he's
a
just
great offensive
patrol.
tool that allows the NG to be more mobile and independent, but because they make people mad. And he has to make people mad for his wacky, hilarious TF2 griefing
Yeah.
montage featuring that one royalty-free trumpet song. Yeah, you know which one I'm talking about. And to top it
Do
all
I?
off, he's gonna use the Frontier
What?
Justice, so he can get free crits for those random assists that he got across the map with his mini sentry. And when he's not griefing, he's
Fair
probably
enough.
deliberately queuing for high towers so that he can run mini sentries, focus people who seem to be having a good time, and just actively go about trying to ruin the fun for everyone. And if they're not doing either of those, they're probably circle
That was
jerking
smart.
on TF2 or something. I don't know.
The something about focus heavy.
This is probably the closest thing to a war pig in the engineer's arsenal. For those unaware, a
Really?
war pig is a reference to that hat for soldier, and it's used to
Yeah.
refer to an item used by someone who overestimates
Thinks-
how good
yeah,
they are.
they
in the
think
game.
they're better
The
than they are.
Widowmaker presents a huge risk-reward situation, and it's used by people who are confident enough with their own aim to justify.
Oh, this
that
is the
risk.
one that-
so it's
yeah,
not
you
all that
use
surprising that Widowmaker engines
ammo and
usually think they're really
get it
good
back
at the
in
game.
damage.
And granted, sometimes they are, but usually they aren't.
Oh, the Demo Knight. That's not a very good place for Demo Knight. Rescue Ranger. I don't think I've ever used this one.
Attention everyone. An engineer main
Truly
has
fear.
entered the server. I repeat,
Oh.
a try-hard engineer main
Oh, no.
has entered the server.
Is
There's
what
eyes.
you'd expect to be hearing every time someone has the Rescue Ranger equipped, and
What's
you
the
better
money?
expect
What?
that NG to be using it along with its two other counterparts every single
VM?
time. Say
Yeah.
it with me: the Wrangler and the Southern Hospitality. Nothing's better than the Highlander defense meta, right, boys? Well, to be honest, while some of these guys using the Rescue
What
Ranger
even is
actually
Highlander?
do know what they're doing, it's safe to
I've
say
heard
that
that
when you
said
see
before.
someone using it, you shouldn't automatically be asking yourself, is
Sentry
that
Buster?
a pro NG? Because 95% of the time, it's actually just some mediocre engineer player who uses it in place of his wrench the entire time that he's playing. Now, I'm not going to use the word
like
crutch here
gold
because if
bot
I were to
killer
call a
wrench.
Rescue Ranger a crutch for bad NGs, that would probably piss off my entire subscriber base. And believe me, if I had to use the most generalized word that I could think of to describe the Rescue Ranger, I would totally call it a crutch for bad NGs. But I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'll
What
just
would you
watch
use?
as they clumsily try to defend themselves from that single spy that casually places a sapper on their only line
Oh,
of
so
defense.
they're baiting the Sentry Busters. Interesting. Palm some. Oh, dear
This
God.
is almost
This is the first thing I ever
exclusively
used.
by new players since it's just straight up bad, man. There's no way.
First
around
time I
it.
ever
Except
played
when you
Engineer,
get
I
crits
used
and
that.
spawn at a group of people, and then it's okay. But in all seriousness, this is just one of the most universal stereotypes I've covered. It's really just new player.
Because it looks cool, okay?
Using this weapon is the
Pistol.
fastest way to let everyone know
Does Sentry have a
I
hat?
can't aim my primary. Okay, let's be honest. It's a great backup for risky primaries like the Widowmaker or the Frontier Justice, and it's a nice
when you
source
run
of
out of ammo.
consistent damage to go along with the Rescue Ranger. But it's a
Yeah.
stereotype that kind of implies that it isn't always accurate. Get it? Not always accurate because
Stop it.
it's
Stop
the
it.
pistol.
Stop.
Anyone?
Is the pistol bad accuracy or something? Oh. Wrangler and
This is the
reskins.
go-to weapon for most engineers who are worth their salt. There's
Okay.
really no way around this. It's just really freaking good. But despite this, these engines
Okay.
are probably running the Rescue Ranger, and they miss the old days before the Wrangler got nerfed. You know, the ones where you
What was
can
it like
make your
before?
Sentry tank and ubered heavy at point blank? Yeah, I don't really miss that all that much. But
Oh.
then again, I'm not an engineer,
Okay.
man, so...
Some of these might be
This
outdated.
guy is
guys.
just sick
Definitely
of
let me
everyone's
know.
shit. And honestly, that's not a huge reach, because the short circuit is a great counter to two of the most annoying things in this game, spam
Which are?
and spies. So if you run across this guy on the other team, tread lightly. Or, you know, just use hit scan, that works too, I guess.
Well, guess. I've never
Well,
used
this
that
is
one.
another one of those stock weapons that is just really damn good and used very commonly by pretty much every type of player.
Oh, that's
but
Sentry Buster.
surprisingly, the engineers' other melees
so
are
smart.
pretty decent side grades, and they all have their uses. So I guess it's not as dominant as some other stock weapons, but even so, it's really hard to pin someone down
Oh.
based off of the stock wrench alone. So take a look at their other weapons to get an idea of what you're dealing with.
So basically, there isn't a stereotype. Golden wrench. What? That's expensive. Austin Powers. I've actually seen the Austin Powers. I think it was the first movie I saw.
This guy also tends to put his sentries in really dumb spots. Like, come on, what are you gonna do? Destroy it? Yeah, okay, well, now I've already got another level 3 waiting for you around this corner. Good luck with that. Honestly, though, this is a really good side grade to the stock wrench, so you'll see this used
Fair.
pretty often on offense. But,
Why did you
on,
jump
man,
off
why
the
would
map?
you put his sentry there? It doesn't even make sense.
Southern
This guy hates
Hospitality.
spies. Yeah, I mean, then again, so does everybody except for spy mains. And now that
But
the
yeah,
Deadbringer
literally.
is getting nerfed,
Thank you!
this is getting an indirect
Yeah.
buff. So you might
Whoa,
expect
there's
to
a
see more
tiny
of these after
engineer
the
on
Pyro update, assuming it
Yo,
doesn't get changed.
what? Yo, there's like little hats for the Spencers? Revive me, blow up. Bro, I have ray gun. What?
Nothing personnel, kid.
Oh, yeah. Uncle Dane used that.
If you see the Eureka effect on an engineer that isn't an oblivious new player, then you should probably start checking the various props on the map, because chances are one of them doesn't have a collision hitbox, and it has a tele-exit hidden in it. Well, either that or he's just doing
Yeah.
that thing in setup time where he builds stuff and teleports back to spawn and switches to a different wrench and... yeah, whatever. Just check the props, dude.
Okay.
You'll thank me later.
Noted? Not really noted? Whoa. Gunslinger.
These guys tend to be more offensive than other engines.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
There are two basic types. There's one that
Battle
relies
engine.
more on his primary and uses the mini as a tool to lock down an area and engage people in a favorable spot. And then there's the one who can't actually aim, so he just spams this and lets it do the aiming for him. But like I said earlier, this is a series about stereotypes, which do
Sincerely
tend to be
punched for that
more
ring
extreme.
crit.
So...
What?
I have to ruin the fun for everyone.
Rondell dancing.
that was actually really good. Shit.
What?
This
PDAs.
guy
What do
can
they
be
do?
literally anyone. No, really.
What?
I'm using the proper form of literally in this case. This is the only weapon available for this slot. Like, I know it can technically
really?
be strange, but it's still the same weapon. So, literally everyone equips this.
What does it do?
Wait, why am I even talking about this?
Yeah, what?
Meanwhile, in an alternate universe where Soundsmith didn't talk about the construction PDA,
Oh my god, Soundsmith forgot the construction PDA. I'm gonna make a really,
Really?
angry comment
Oh
that
my
brings
God.
this up to show everybody how smart I am. Oh, I'm so... All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the weapons for engineer. I'm gonna be doing that
Definitely
next,
learned-
so let me know if you have any suggestions or things.
Definitely
you'd like to
learned
see.
a bit.
Honestly, there are so few weapons for Engie that it's not even worth it to try and pad the runtime. So I'm just gonna let you guys go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you
Okay.
next time.
Well, that's one way to do it. There's all the patrons. I have a Patreon as well. I get videos a day early. Allow me to not have a paywall on the channel. He has patrons. That curly-haired rogue. Interesting name. Just soap. Just soap. Just soap. And definitely leave some comments down below, because I do read every single one of the comments, so definitely do that. I love reading the comments, and I hope that you're subscribed to all these future videos. The medic will be coming next, so subscribe so you don't miss that one. Then we have the sniper, and then we have the spy, and then we have Misks, and then we have Mist Stereotypes Episode 2. Is that what he does next? Oh, wow. We have an entire series of Misk, and then I don't know what we're going to be reacting to after that. Maybe the comics, maybe Meet the Amazing Team. I'm not really sure, but there's a lot of ones that have been suggested for a very, very long time that we will get to soon, I promise. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. I don't know what that English was, but I'm trying my best here. It's like the 7th video I've recorded today. But I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope that this one made your day just a tiny little bit better. Man, I'm forgetting how to English. I'm going to let you go because before I have a stroke, oh my god, there it goes again. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, cue the music.
We were playing as soldiers, making soldiers.